Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, excited to be with you and share the news with you. Look, I mean, what did they think Trump was going to do with this Judge Egmoron? No, I know that's not his name. This is nuts. So we've never seen a more biased judge. It's hold on a sec. I gotta hit the pause button over here. A more biased judge in a court case. Do me a favor if you would, just smash the like, chat in with where you're from, and let me know. Let's see who's on the stream. I'll cover that. But I also wanted to. We're going to cover this, but I actually this maybe the biggest news here. This is really, before we get into the Trump case, Mark Elias. Do you guys know who Mark Elias is? Those in my audience. I mean, I've covered him before. I'm curious. This will help with chat rate. Hey, I'll just, while I'm waiting for a few more people to jump on, mention my sponsor, MyPillow. That's right, MyPillow.com. Promo code Lumberjack saves you up to 66%, or you can use MyPillow.com/Lumberjack. Christmas is coming, people. I've got links down below for all non-wokester businesses, companies that you would love to support. So please go support them. Don't buy from Amazon this year. Use that Black Ovis link. I pinned that at the top. I just am ordering some stuff for my son for Christmas off of that. I absolutely love Black Ovis and their products. They have just the best stuff over there. So we got North Carolina, Deer River, Minnesota checking in. Jigglestick Dave, that's great to see you on. You're not too far from me. Maybe one day we'll run into each other. Wisconsin side of the border with Minnesota. Got it. Germany checking in. Florida. Rome, New York. Okay. We got the questions. Some of the questions haven't been responsive, the judge added. Trump says judge will rule against him. This is great. Trump says this right from the stand. What did you do to meet your responsibility of preparation for the financial statement, James' office asked. Again, this is from the Attorney General's office. Trump said, me personally? First of all, this was so long ago, this was past statute of limitations. Trump then insisted that Engoron will rule against me because he always will rule against me. Engoron pushed back, saying that Trump's claim isn't true, and asked him to please answer the question again. You can attack me all you want, but just answer the question. So, asked about these, what they call exaggerated financial statements. Trump said, all I did was authorize and tell people to give whatever is necessary to supply the accountants for the statements, he said. I authorized whatever they needed to get their statement done. As for the bankers that the AG maintains were duped into giving him more favorable loans than he was entitled to, Trump said they paid little attention to documents. They were interested in the deal. I'd covered that already. Kais, this would be Trump's attorney, calls Trump the future U.S. president, citing New York Times Siena poll. During questioning, Trump attorney Chris Kise referred to his client, as the future president of the United States, citing a poll released yesterday by the New York Times. The survey, conducted in conjunction with Siena College, found that Trump is leading Biden in 5 out of 6 battleground states. By the way, folks, I just did a great video on that. You got to check that out because Obama, the whole entire Obama machine, is turning on Joe Biden now. This is the best. Judge Engoron asked Trump's attorneys if they could control him, if they could control him in the courtroom. He said this is not a political rally. Maybe you need to have a talk with him right now. The judge is not liking this at all. Smash that like if you would, please. 834 of you on, 344 likes. Let's get this news out. Trump says he thought his apartment was overvalued. By the way, do I have mods on? Because I know when his stream starts going. Good. Independent Many's on. That's great. Okay, so Independent Many, watch for trolls. You know they're coming. And just kick him to the curb. So Trump says he thought his apartment was overvalued. Trump testified that he thought his Manhattan apartment was overvalued when I looked at it. But you never know, because people come along and could say it's worth $250 million. It only takes one person to buy it. I thought it was high, and it is the brand value. The brand value is a very big part of the asset of the company, he added. I could have added brand value and increased the value, and my financial statements would even be more substantial. The brand value, it's something. That's just great. Trump says he thought Mar-a-Lago's value was underestimated. This is like the heart of it all, right? So down there in Florida and even the Palm Beach county officials have called up and told the court, that's ridiculous what you're trying to say his value is. But when asked about Mar-a-Lago, Trump said he thought the value was underestimated, but added that he didn't do anything about it. Trump referred to the Attorney General's estimation that the Florida property is worth far less than he claimed. The AG's office tried to appraise it between $18 and $28 million, while Trump's balance sheet put its value at $426 to $612 million. Trump claimed on the stand that the property was 50 to 100 times the state's estimation. He said he doesn't know how the lower estimation was arrived at, calling it absolutely crazy. Well, here's the thing. Any of you who have bought real estate in rapidly appreciating markets, there are typically laws within states that state that property values can only increase so much on people's tax statements. Now, I have a big problem with property tax to begin with. Okay, I think it's absolutely atrocious that you're paying tax on something that you actually own, because then who actually owns it? But with Trump's, so if you're in a rapidly appreciating market, you're going to see a situation where that value will increase faster than the county can levy taxes against it based upon statute. Or other times the assessors are just behind because things are happening so fast. That's just a real thing. You all know that. You've bought and purchased real estate in the past. So for him to say that isn't really unusual. Hey, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Love to have you on board. We've got a great community over here. You'll probably see some of that in the comments. As Trump continued to testify, one of his attorneys in the separate hush money case brought by the Manhattan District Attorney could be heard laughing in the second row of the courtroom as she observed and took notes. So, he's in like the lion's den, people. Here's the thing. Trump's in the lion's den. He's got a completely biased judge, a state attorney general that actually ran on the whole idea of destroying Trump. And he has these liberal district attorneys, which, by the way, if you didn't see the video I did on Soros the other day, that's what that was all about. It's something you probably should check out if you're not really familiar with the inner workings of Soros, how he's spending his money and how he's making his goals become accomplished. So, and this is the best, though. Judge tells Trump's lawyers, "I beseech you to control him." The judge is again asking Trump's lawyers to have him answer questions directly while on the stand. "That was a simple yes-no answer," the judge said. "I beseech you to control him." The judge went back and forth with Kais, with the judge saying, "I don't want to hear everything he has to say." Haba then told the judge that Wallace needs to ask better questions, saying, "More succinct questions will give more succinct answers." I love that Haba gal. She's hilarious. "We are not here to hear what this guy has to say," Engoron responded. "We are here to have him answer questions." "It's not that simple," Haba replied. "I am not here to hear what he has to say. Now sit down," Engoron then said, raising his voice. The judge is absolutely losing his temper over the attorney simply saying that more succinct questions give more succinct answers. This is nuts. It's like nothing you've ever seen. It is a complete kangaroo court. The testy exchange prompted Trump to comment, "This is a very unfair trial. I hope the public is watching." "Well, Donald, unfortunately we can't watch because there's not cameras. It's not being live streamed. It's ridiculous. It should be, because it would be awesome." Okay. I mean, this is like, get your popcorn ready, because watching this judge have his freak out as Trump gets under his skin would be the most beautiful thing in the world to see. Oh my gosh. Anyways, going back, I just wanted to check the comments really quick. Okay, I don't have anything there to get to. Let's see. The judge's warnings are critical, as the case here is only meant to determine monetary damages. If Engoron determines that all of Trump's testimony is not credible, as he did the last time Trump took the stand, he may impose significant financial damages on Trump and his company. And see, here's the thing. Trump knows what this judge's game is, so Trump's pushing him to the wall. So somebody asked Trump, "How's it going in there?" Trump gestured as if zipping his lips and continued to walk away with his lawyers. So Trump walked back into the courtroom at 11:14 Eastern time. He turned to reporters in the hallway, gave a silent thumbs up before following his lawyers in the courtroom doors. The judge also entered the courtroom and everyone stood. When he resumed testimony, Trump began answering questions more succinctly. Shortly, Engoron Shortly after Trump resumed testimony, Engoron cut off the former president again after Trump started to go on after answering questions about the value of an avenue of the Americas property. The question was, and let me ask again, are becoming familiar refrains as Trump doesn't answer the questions. Trump says he thought several valuations are too high. He talked about that. I'm going to go past that one. Trump appears restless during testimony. Of course he's restless. He's sitting there in a show trial. Trump defiantly asserts his wealth, calls James a hack. There we go. As Trump was asked questions about additional properties, the former president said he is worth billions of dollars more than Attorney General Letitia James has said. Let me see here. I did something. I goofed something up here. No, I did that right. Okay. I did something wrong with the stream. People don't recognize the strength of the company he built because James' office is trying to demean and hurt him, Trump claimed. I think she is a political hack, he said about the Attorney General. He repeated a common refrain of his online, calling the trial a political witch hunt and saying James should be ashamed of herself. Now, it so happens that James is in the courtroom today, right? Because Letitia James only shows up when Trump is there because she's looking for notoriety. Smash that like if you would. 846 of you on, 603 likes. Come on, let's get those likes to equal the number of people on. Please, smash that like. It's good fun. If you're new, please subscribe. Trump interrupts questioning to read. This is great, people. So Trump pulled the document from his pocket, and then he interrupted the questioning. Minutes ago, Trump pulled a paper out of his pocket saying that he wanted to read it. But the Attorney General's lawyer pivoted to another question, and Trump rested the document to his right on the witness stand. Trump then interrupted the lawyer, saying he just wanted to read the document and returned to the judge for an answer. And turned to the judge for the answer. Can you just imagine this? He picks it up and he goes, I just want to read this thing. No. No, Engoron said. I am shocked, Trump said. It's unclear what the document is. And now, of course, they're in recess for lunch. But that's what's going on in the Trump trial. Hey, if you're new to the stream and you missed at the beginning, actually, I think that maybe the bigger news of the day is this. Check this out. So if you don't know who Mark Elias is, he's the attorney. He runs Democracy Docket. Basically, he is a liberal attorney. He argues for drop boxes, mail-in ballots, all that kind of stuff. And Mark Elias tweeted this out today. Yes, you should be worried. It was in response to another tweet. He said, yes, you should be worried. I am. A wave of departures by election officials in key states risks adding new stress to the nation's election system ahead of next year's presidential contest. Voting rights groups and several state election chiefs warn. So I'm an election judge, by the way. I encourage all of you to do that. Okay, seriously. If you wanna fix a problem, you've got to get involved in the process. So I'm going to encourage you all to do that. But if Mark Elias is worried about something, that actually is typically the opposite. It is actually a good result. So I want you to be aware of that news. And then there was, let me see here. I want to, another big piece of news. And I don't have this up right now, but let me just see if I can find this real quick for you. Because this actually is interesting. Did you know that these people, no, it must have been on my phone. But these people, the big thing about this and why they're going after Trump so hard, and they are admitting this. I mean, even former military generals and stuff, they're all worried about Trump utilizing the apparatus of the federal government against them. Now, of course, here's my thoughts on that, and just hear me out. I'm not for what the liberals are doing in terms of utilizing the apparatus of the federal government against innocent individuals. I am 100% in favor of using that apparatus to get people out of the federal government that are in the federal government that shouldn't be in the federal government because they are simply there for political reasons, and they are political appointees, and they are doing hack jobs because of their inept bias that they have, okay? Their innate bias, which produces ineptness, is what I should say. Hey guys, remember when George was on the stream the other night and he ate that kangaroo poop? You guys remember that? If anybody super chats, I'll eat this Snickers. Okay, just so you know, I'll do it. Anyways, beyond that, I'm sorry, couldn't help myself. Let's see. notifications. Oh, that was that. But they are worried that he's going to utilize that against them, and I think he should. I think he should. I mean, these people who have actually, the former intelligence officials that all signed off on this letter that the Hunter Biden laptop wasn't real. I mean, that's ridiculous. I mean, should those people have their positions in the federal government, or should he fire them? I mean, I think the answer is pretty obvious at that point. That Seashell Mac, I'm going to do it. I'm eating this. I'm going to do it. Seashell Mac did a. All right, there we go. I ate a Snickers. Okay, so, but when you look at what's going on, Patriot No Jab says Trump is always 2 steps ahead. No, I have a Snickers on me. Thanks, sorry. Oh, I got another one. I am not going to eat like too many. I'll get fat or something. I joke about that, but no. There it is. Oh. Thanks, Agent Orange. All right, you guys are awesome. All right. So, obviously, the people that have actually disavowed their oath to the Constitution by saying that the Hunter Biden laptop wasn't real, because that's a complete breach of the intelligence apparatus and what it's supposed to be used for, which is actual real intelligence. And if you didn't see my report the other day, right now, the federal government actually worked in concert with the Biden regime, okay? So your FBI, your DOJ, your IRS, Department of the Treasury, all of these worked in concert with Biden when he wasn't even president. They worked against the sitting president while he was campaigning, worked with the former vice president, who was actually at that time not in office, okay? And they used those very agencies to silence and censor those stories, to create a narrative in which Joe Biden, because if you didn't know, during that time, it was 14% of the people said that if they had known about the Hunter Biden laptop, it probably would have changed their vote. So that was complete suppression of the story, which created a change in the outcome of the election. So all of this, he should totally utilize his powers as the executive of the federal to fire all those people. Now, I know a lot of them are in the government apparatus. Those were former intelligence officials, but they were, in that specific instance. But the people at the DOJ and FBI did work with, the Biden campaign and it's been proven now that they work directly in concert with the Biden campaign to suppress those stories and create a different outcome. Okay, so. Oh, wait. Greg McNeely said $100 super chat. Wish I could send some real shekels, but my sweetie was mandated to wear a petri dish. Moist farm incubators of bacteria. Oh, gosh. You guys are funny. I love my audience. By the way, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, because I really do have the best audience on YouTube. So that's it. Yes, I did take my... my taxes right here. I actually use these. Snickers are a great pre-workout bar. So just an aside for you. Oh, and the other thing, okay, this is a big aside, people, but if you go work out, do you know what the best pre-workout drink is? Do you know what the best one is? It's coffee. It's coffee with honey and cinnamon. You try it. You will see the results. I'm promising you. So big aside there. Hey, and really, I just wanted to get that news out on the Trump trial. I think it's great what Trump is doing. I think it's great that he's not just taking that stuff. And obviously, they're just going to rule against him anyway. So why not make your case known? Seriously. Hey, the best coffee you can get too is at my store, mystore.com. Use promo code Lumberjack, and you can get some of that Mike Lindell coffee. It really is fantastic. You can go to My Pillow, get some pillows. Actually, look. If you're new to my show, I know a lot of people follow my show.